A grand banquet hall, filled with Zifri dignitaries. Captain Alex Carter, the only human in the room, sits at an ornate table, sipping an oddly fluorescent drink. His host, Ambassador Ryykzal, beams at him with unblinking silver eyes. Ryykzal, we are honored by your presence, Captain Carter. This banquet is a celebration of unity. A great step in human-Zifri relations. Alex, I appreciate the invitation. The food's interesting. Alex eyes a plate of gelatinous cubes that shift colors with each blink. He stabs one cautiously. It twitches. Xyrna, leaning in, You enjoy the nutrient blocks? The texture is designed to simulate the sensation of triumph. Alex, chewing, grimacing, it's certainly an experience. Xyrna, excited, fascinating. Human dining rituals are so diverse. Is chewing a form of dominance display? Alex, more like survival. Ryykzal chuckles, misinterpreting the joke. Alex sighs. He's been dealing with these cultural mix-ups all day. He reaches for his drink, mentally preparing himself for another round of alien curiosity. Xyrna, since we are exchanging knowledge, I have an inquiry. A matter of great scientific importance. Alex, bracing himself, all right. Shoot. Xyrna, how do humans reproduce? Alex chokes. Hard. His drink goes down the wrong way. He coughs violently, eyes watering. Ryykzal, serious, are you unwell? Do you require immediate bioreconstruction? Alex, gasping, no, I just cough, wasn't expecting that question. The banquet hall falls silent. Dozens of Zifri eyes are now locked onto Alex, waiting for an answer. The tension is palpable. Even the gelatinous food stops shifting. Xyrna, genuinely curious, it is a logical question. Your species is expanding rapidly. Surely, there is an efficient method. Alex, still recovering, that's not really dinner conversation. Xyrna, but it is important conversation. Our scholars have studied your people extensively, yet there is a lack of detail on this subject. No confirmed reports. Only strange, inconsistent data. Alex rubs his temples. He already knows this is going to spiral into something awful. Xyrna, some reports suggest humans exchange genetic material through mouth contact. Others claim reproduction requires biphasic lunar cycles and a contract signed in scented wax. Alex, what? Xyrna, our linguists have analyzed human media and found conflicting rituals. Some involve offering deceased vegetation, what you call flowers, while others include performing coordinated rhythmic body movements called dancing. Alex exhales. Hard. Alex, look. Human reproduction is complicated. It's not just a biological function. There's emotions, social structures, relationships. Xyrna. A social hierarchy determines reproductive eligibility. This explains why some humans are rejected while others are selected. Alex, frustrated, that is not. Xyrna, thoughtful, and yet some humans participate in bonding rituals but never reproduce. How inefficient. Alex, muttering, welcome to dating. Xyrna, your species is incredibly inefficient. Alex groans. The Zifri leaders nod, murmuring amongst themselves. This conversation has somehow become a formal research discussion. Ryykzal, Captain Carter, we understand that this subject may be sensitive. You need not share all the details. However, Ambassador Ryykzal gestures subtly. Across the room, a scholar activates a floating holographic display titled Theories on Human Reproduction, which includes graphs, absurd pictograms, and an animation of two humans dramatically staring into each other's eyes as sparkles burst in the background. Xyrna, we must understand. For science. Alex clenches his jaw. His diplomatic training never prepared him for this. Alex, flatly, it's private. Xyrna, nodding, A sacred process. Is there a ritualistic chant? Alex, what? No. Xyrna, A trial of combat, then? Alex, exasperated, no. XYRR disappointed him. So it's just inefficient? Alex, deadpan, when you phrase it like that, it really kills the mood. XYRR tilts their head, eyes gleaming with excitement. XYRR mood is required. Ah. I see. There is a psychological activation sequence before reproduction can commence. Alex buries his face in his hands. XYRR, this explains so much. The excessive ornamentation, the offering of confections, the strange courtship rituals. Alex, muttering, oh God. XYRR, but it does not answer the question. Alex lifts his head, preparing to shut this down once and for all. Then XYRR, innocently, delivers the final blow. XYRR, can I try too? Alex freezes. His brain short-circuits. XYRR, you have explained that reproduction is a bonding process. We are bonding now. This is an ideal opportunity for interspecies cultural exchange. Alex chokes again. RYYKZAL, softly, he blushes. A hushed murmur ripples across the banquet hall. Every Zifri eye is now fixated on Alex's rapidly reddening face. RYYKZAL, reverent, such emotion. Such sincerity. XYRR, clapping hands together, this means yes. I knew I was a fast learner. Alex's soul leaves his body. The banquet hall erupts into cheers. Zifri guest, to another, a monumental moment in diplomacy. Zifri scholar, furiously scribbling, this will be studied for generations. XYRR, grinning, this is wonderful, Captain. When do we begin? Alex has never wanted to launch himself into deep space more than he does right now. Alex, horse, I need another drink. XYRR, hydration is required before the process begins. Noted. The scene fades to black as Alex groans into his hands while Zifri officials continue celebrating. Alex, okay. Just to be clear, that was not a yes. XYRR, but you blushed. RYYKZAL, a universally recognized human indicator of affirmative emotional engagement. Alex, no. It's an indicator of complete and utter embarrassment. XYRR, tilting head, so, a prelude to the ritual? Alex, groaning, oh my God. XYRR, fascinating. I did not realize embarrassment was required for human reproduction. This explains many things. Alex, nothing is required. I mean, except, UGH. XYRR, nodding, It is difficult to explain to outsiders. A sacred act? Perhaps one must experience it firsthand to truly understand. Alex, that's not happening. RYYKZAL, gently, but is it not the purpose of this exchange? To bridge our species' understanding? Alex, desperate, we could, not bridge this particular gap. XYRR, but humans are always fascinated by interspecies reproduction. Your media is filled with such exploration. We have studied it extensively. Alex, suspicious, studied how? RYYKZAL, gesturing, scholar. Bring the data. A Zifri attendant activates a new holographic display. Alex immediately regrets asking. At the top, in bold, glowing letters, it reads, Human interspecies mating rituals, a deep analysis. Beneath it, disturbing evidence begins scrolling. Alex, oh no. The first image, a heroic human man, shirt torn, clutching a delicate alien princess. She has too many eyes but is still somehow conventionally attractive. The next, a human woman leaning dramatically into the embrace of a muscular alien with tentacles for hair. Another, a rugged space captain, smoldering, standing before a harem of varied extraterrestrials. Alex's soul leaves his body. Alex, that's fiction. XYRR, excited, but based on human fascination. The themes are consistent: exploration, curiosity, the pursuit of exotic connection. Alex, it's not real. That's entertainment. XYRR, nodding, so you admit it is for pleasure. Alex, that's not what I. RYYKZAL, calmly, Captain Carter, please. We are merely trying to understand. Alex, rubbing temples, okay. Listen. Humans like storytelling. Sometimes those stories are wildly inaccurate. XYR, but they reflect desire. And if humans desire interspecies. Alex, stop. Stop right there. RYYKZAL, thoughtful, perhaps our scholars must revise our research. The data may be skewed by artistic embellishment. Alex, yes? Exactly. You get it. Great. Conversation over. XYR, pausing, but some humans do engage in interspecies relations, correct? Alex, pinching the bridge of his nose, technically yes, but. XYR, beaming, excellent. Then the precedent exists. Alex, that doesn't mean it's common. XYR, but it is possible. Alex, hypothetically. XYR, then I see no logical reason why. Alex, snapping, because I don't want to, that's why. A stunned silence spreads across the banquet hall. Every Zifri turns to Alex. RYYKZAL leans in, intrigued. RYYKZAL, Captain Carter, is consent a required component? Alex, deadpan, yes. XYR, soft gasp, so it is a ritual of mutual agreement? Alex, exactly. XYR, and if I understand correctly, you do not consent? Alex, correct. XYR. XYR processes this for a moment, then dramatically turns to RYYKZAL. XYR, Captain Carter has rejected me. RYYKZAL, solemn, I see. XYR, whispering, am I undesirable? Alex, what? No. That's not. XYR, mournful, my form is insufficient. Alex, this isn't. XYR, I shall accept this honorably. A murmur spreads through the Zifri crowd. Zifri elder, whispering, a rare moment of rejection. Zifri scholar, scribbling notes, the human possesses the power to deny reproduction. Zifri diplomat, a fascinating power dynamic. Alex watches, helpless, as the Zifri around him nod in solemn understanding. He knows this situation is somehow getting worse. XYR muttering, perhaps if I had more limbs. Alex, my God. RYYKZAL, Captain Carter, we must ask, does rejection cause emotional distress among your kind? Alex, exasperated, yes. RYYKZAL, and does the rejected party seek vengeance? Alex, what? No. XYR, tilting head, then what do humans do, after rejection? Alex, they move on. Maybe feel sad. Maybe cry into ice cream. It depends. XYR, gasp, there's an edible component to rejection. Alex, forget I said anything? XYR, no. This is important data. Do the nutrients in ice cream facilitate emotional recovery? Alex, flatly, sure. XYR, this is groundbreaking. RYYKZAL, we must acquire this ice cream at once. Zifri assistant, eagerly, I shall order a shipment. Alex realizes, too late, that he has started yet another intergalactic incident. XYR, I will partake in this ritual alone. I shall consume ice cream and reflect on my inadequacy. Alex, exhausted, it's not a ritual. XYR, nodding, the denial process is complex. But I shall respect it. Alex, thank you. XYR, I must also prepare. Alex, prepare, for what? XYR, softly, my redemption arc. Alex, excuse me? XYR, I shall return in a year's time, improved. And next time, you will not reject me. Alex's entire brain shuts down. Alex, I need another drink. XYR, smiling, yes. Hydration before the process. I remember. Alex, groaning, that's not. Never mind. As the Zifri celebrate their newfound knowledge, Alex slumps into his chair, contemplating the series of terrible life choices that led him here. He does not realize that, across the banquet hall, Zifiri diplomats are already drafting an intergalactic ice cream trade agreement. Alex, okay. So, just to recap, because my brain is still struggling here, you've now decided that the best way to handle rejection is to train for a rematch? XYR nodding precisely. It is the only logical course of action. Alex, scoffing, there is no rematch. That's not how rejection works. XYR thoughtful, fascinating. Does the rejected party simply accept defeat? Alex, gritting teeth, it's not a fight. XYR serious, that is what an unprepared warrior would say before battle. Alex, muttering, I hate this place. RIYKZAL, if rejection is not a battle, what is its purpose? Alex, it's just a natural part of life. People don't always get what they want. XYR stunned, that sounds horrible. Alex, deadpan, welcome to the human experience. XYR and yet, your species continues to exist despite this constant disappointment? Alex, pretty much. RIYKZAL, genuinely impressed, humans are remarkably resilient. XYR I must understand this further. How do humans recover? Alex, they just do. They keep living. Find new people. Sometimes, they go to the gym and get a revenge body. XYR gasp, physical augmentation? That is acceptable? Alex, it's a personal choice. Not a requirement. XYR nodding, understood. I shall begin intensive physical training at once. Alex, frustrated, I am not going to change my mind because you suddenly have abs. XYR murmuring, then perhaps I need more than abs. Alex, groaning, you're missing the entire point. XYR am I? You have told me rejection is common, yet humanity survives it. How? There must be a strategy. Alex, exasperated, no. There's no strategy. You just deal with it. XYR but your people seek companionship again? Alex, eventually. XYR then rejection is not permanent? Alex, pausing, well, no. XYR leaning in, interesting. So, it is simply a temporary setback. Alex, realizing the mistake, oh no. XYR smiling, I see now. You do not reject me forever. Only until the proper conditions are met. Alex, no. That's not. XYR I shall begin preparations immediately. Alex, that's not how this works. XYR seriously, and yet, humans do return to potential mates over time. This is widely documented. Alex, shaking head, that's called an X. XYR excited, And an X is simply a mate who must prove themselves again. Alex, absolutely not. XYR but if I increase my desirability and reattempt at a later time, success is possible? Alex, losing patience, only if I want it to. And I don't. XYR yet. Alex, ever. RYYKZAL, Captain Carter, I must say, this X concept is terrifying. You mean to tell us that humans maintain a network of former mates, any of whom could potentially return at any time? Alex, sighing, I mean, kind of? RYYKZAL, that is deeply unsettling. XYR muttering, a constant state of potential rekindling. Alex, groaning, I hate this conversation. XYR thoughtful, I must ensure that when I return, I am irresistible. Alex, you're not coming back. XYR humans do reunite. Your own words. Alex, not like this. XYR you have made your expectations clear. If I am to have any chance, I must evolve into the most optimal partner. Alex, pleading, please stop talking. XYR I shall return with knowledge. Strength. A commanding presence. Alex, oh, for the love of. XYR and perhaps, wings. Alex, what? XYR do humans prefer mates with additional limbs? Alex, that's not even. You know what? do whatever you want. XYRR nodding, understood. RIYK Zal, to Alex, I must say, Captain Carter, you are far more powerful than we anticipated. Alex, flatly, I really don't feel powerful right now. RIYK Zal, your ability to reject a mate, it is a strength we did not anticipate. Alex, thanks. RIYK Zal, and if I understand human customs correctly, this means you are now the pursued party. Alex, excuse me? RIYK Zal, the one who denies affection often becomes the most desirable in your species' social hierarchy. Alex, that's not how that works. RIYK Zal, yet your literature often portrays exactly this dynamic. The cold one. The hard to get. Alex, rubbing temples, it's just a trope. XYRR serious, I shall study it closely. Alex, no, you will not. XYRR I will return superior. Alex, please don't. XYRR and you will see me in a new light. Alex, I will see you with a restraining order. XYRR softly, challenge accepted. Alex realizes, with dread, that nothing he says is going to stop this. RIYK Zal, Captain Carter, I believe this concludes today's cultural exchange. Alex, oh, thank God. XYRR until next time, my future mate. Alex, nope. No. Stop saying that. As Alex drowns himself in his drink, the Zifri delegation nods in satisfaction, confident they have just unlocked a deeper understanding of humanity. They have no idea how wrong they are. Alex, I am begging you. Stop calling me your future mate. XYRR but it is an inevitability. Alex, it is not. XYRR yet. Alex, no, not yet. Not ever. XYRR you are correct. The process is incomplete. Alex, there is no process. XYRR exactly. I must first undertake the traditional human courtship trials. Alex, that's not a thing. XYRR oh. Then explain the 3 dates rule. Alex, oh, for foo, who told you about that? RIYK Zal, it was in the cultural database. Humans engage in ritualized sequential encounters before selecting a mate. Alex, you are taking this way too literally. XYRR I must attempt this method. Shall we begin the first date immediately? Alex, we shall do no such thing. XYRR but the first stage is getting to know one another. We have done this extensively. We are ahead of schedule. Alex, no, we are not. XYRR then I shall arrange an appropriate location for stage 2, romantic meal. Alex, oh my God. RIYK Zal, I have studied human cuisine. Shall I prepare the Netflix and chill delicacy? Alex, I need you to never say those words again. XYRR but chilling is part of the process, yes? Alex, not like that. XYRR then I shall revise my approach. I will serenade you. Alex, please don't. XYRR human text suggests musical performance increases desirability. Alex, only if you're good at it. XYRR I shall practice extensively. Alex, that's not UGH. XYRR how do humans usually proceed after rejecting an initial advance? Alex, they go home, eat ice cream, and wonder why they attract weirdos. XYRR then I must become weirder. Alex, no. That is the opposite of what I meant. XYRR understood. You prefer stability. I shall suppress my eccentricities. Alex, that's not you know what? Sure. Go do that. XYRR very well. I shall retreat for now. But our courtship is far from over. Alex, please let it be over. RIYK Zal, fascinating. I shall compile this data for further study. Alex, or, hear me out, you could delete all of it. RIYK Zal, never. Alex watches as the Zifri delegation nods in satisfaction, completely convinced they have mastered human romance. They could not be more wrong. Alex, thank God that's over. RIYK's all fascinating. I shall begin compiling my findings on human courtship rituals immediately. Alex, or you could not. XYRNA, it was a most enlightening experience. Fear not, dear Alex, I shall return when I have perfected my approach. Alex, please don't. Excuse me, did I hear correctly? Alex freezes. That voice? Not Zifiri. A new alien, taller, with shimmering obsidian skin and 6 glowing eyes, steps forward, intrigued. New alien. Humans choose their mates through elaborate rituals? Alex, no. Absolutely not. We don't. Forget everything you just heard. New alien, but this. Netflix and chill. Custom, intriguing. I wish to experience it firsthand. Alex, oh hell no. New alien, shall I serenade you now? I have trained in 16 frequencies of courtship song. Alex, I am leaving. XYRNA, grinning, you should at least consider their offer. It is only fair to explore all potential mates. Alex, I hate all of you. New alien, excitedly excellent. When does the ice cream part begin? As Alex groans in despair, another alien in the background perks up, having overheard everything. Third alien, wait, humans do what? Fascinating. May I also try? Alex, and oh.